And you're heading to the game?
Yeah.
Here from the studio right after?
Yeah, I'm a jet right there. So I can,
it's good. It's a good
it's
straight
not,
shot.
Yeah.
All right.
100%. Shouldn't be too
There'll
bad.
be a little traffic, but not that bad, I
Yep.
think. I've done it before.
Yep.
Sometime I would drive down to the Palm Station
Uh-huh.
and then take the train.
I'm not mad at that either. Dude, that's the one thing. You grew up in New York. Like,
Yeah.
LA to be so big, if you just wish there was better transportation.
I'm
or
serious.
public transportation, I should say.
Where I live, thank God, is 2 blocks from my house.
Mm-hmm.
So I can, if I want to go somewhere, like go downtown, if I want to I could easily take that train. It's about 30 minutes, but it's
easy in and out. You got to
out.
fight with nothing. Let's say you wanted to drink a little bit,
Right.
get sauce. It's just a different. Yeah, we don't have that.
I don't know. I don't think
drive
it costs more
everywhere.
than $2 or $2.50 or something. It doesn't
Nope.
cost that much. So you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Go downtown in L.A., get to and
Not have to worry
literally
about parking.
get off the train, and it's 2 blocks to walk to.
I know exactly where the
You
stop
know what
is.
it is?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
My buddy does that all the time.
It's really easy, and I do it sometimes. If I'm gonna be out late or it's out of the way, then
Yeah.
no, I'll drive my car. But if I'm really just going to a game or I want to be at LA Live or
Yep.
going to a restaurant right in that area, I easily take it. And if it's really late, say I hung out longer than I want, then I take a Lyft or Uber home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, one
Still,
of these
it's going
days,
to be way cheaper than parking my car.
one of these days, one's got to go. We're going to do like the best, 20 years, last 15, 20-year creation app. Like Uber has to be up there. Like just the ability at any point to be like, all right, I got to go. Because if you're in New York, you just Chicago, you just stick your arm out. There's a taxi or cab.
The one I know would be gone for me is Airbnb, like getting a.
Oh, yeah. You still like hotels.
I just don't want to sleep. I know a lot of times people set up Airbnbs and people.
You don't be
I don't be at somebody's house. I'm dead serious. Like,
is it because you can't leave your clothes there afterwards?
Exactly.
You get upset about it?
You know, they might charge me.
They might charge you. Sir, we ain't doing nothing with this.
At the hotel, I can leave clothes.
Yeah. You can do that.
Well,
okay, so speaking of that, in New Orleans, I took a cue from you, right? Because I told you that I bought snacks for the plane ride, had extra, and the room service or the maid, the turn down, never came to my room all week. I had the privacy on it.
I was like, what? He didn't get his sheets changed, get new fresh towels.
The whole week?
Yeah, because I put it on the first night and I just kind of forgot about it.
Oh, okay,
so it is what it is. But Rob left them a sack full of clothes and thank you so much for this week.
They're like,
I left them all my leftover snacks. Like here's like 3 Gatorades and
right.
4 cupcakes and M&Ms. What's the better gift if you're a housekeeper?
Oh, I'm sure they wanted the stuff that you have because then it has to be like they have to have a 6'3".
Yeah, what am I gonna do with the 2X hoodie?
Yep.
Right, or
gotta get it clean,
exactly.
That
washed.
says Odd Couple on it. Rob Parker.
Exactly. They don't even know what it is. Now they rocking around with somebody's name. They don't know who it is. Yeah, give me some free food or money, right? You can never go wrong with food or money.
Yeah, but it makes sense. I mean, when I'm going to spring training next week, and when I head there, I'll have a couple things to drop off.
Yeah, it's all. It's one of those when you first told us, I went, that is really
ridiculous.
Nice. Ridiculous. I didn't know because they might be offended at first. Like, yo, like, what is it?
But there's a note on. I'll just leave it. It says, "Hey,
that's a documentary in the making.
Either keep these.
What do they do with Rob's clothes?
Keep these or donate them. That's all I write on the note.
But that's what I would want to know: the percentage of people who keep it or who donate it, or throw it right in the trash. Boy, ain't nobody got time for this. Throw it right in the trash dump.
You wouldn't believe what the guy in 612 did. He left a sack of clothes and said, "Congratulations,
but I don't leave.
They're your problem now."
But I don't leave underwear. That's rude. Like
drawers,
whatever you want to call them. It's all like a shirt or a pair of pants. I don't leave socks or underwear.
Yeah,
I think
no. Just nice. You said
that's tacky.
Hoodie, nice shirt. Yeah, I think people be appreciative, but it is just I think it catches them off guard. They're used to the 20 on the nightstand, or the like Rob G said, somebody left a bag of Doritos, they went to some 6-pack of Phil, whatever the drink. Some clothes, it would throw them off a little bit,
I think I'm gonna do an IG story on it the next time.
Yeah,
I'm on the road
do it. Yeah, no, you got to do it now.
And see what people think.
But somehow we gotta
this is what they're getting. They're getting this great hat. Odd Couple.
If you're here, you never know. I'm gonna leave the door cracked. You can get in. All right. Tonight, man, I'll tell you what. I'm expecting this to be a big time welcome to LA moment for Luka. He had one over the weekend. 32 points, looked good, performed well. They won. They stopped Denver. But I think this is the one where people it had it on the calendar, right? The Mavericks are back in town. Now, this is an Anthony Davis list one, so you lose some of your luster with that. But we just talked about it. Jumpman is already promoting stuff because it has Jumpman written all over. We were talking about this parking lot. Now that I know Jumpman's they make sense of why. Like, sponsored by, courtesy of Luka. And they got the Luka mobile out there as well.
That's all it is. It's a gimmick, right?
Yeah, it's a gimmick. So I'm thinking it's just full-on Luka night. And one thing I like about him, he's got that old-school Kobe, Isaiah Thomas, Larry Bird petty in him. You know, Larry Bird, hey, y'all putting this dude on me? Psh. Or, hey, coming in your locker room. Hey, I just want to let y'all know I'm putting 50 on your head tonight. And walking out, and Larry Brown would do it. Hey, Byron Scott tells a great story. He would come in the huddle and be like, hey, this is the last shot of the game. And Larry Bird would tell them, I'm going to curl off, I'm going to come to the pick, I'm going to run off this double, and I'm going to be in the corner, I'm going to shoot a three. And he would literally do it and make it. And Luka has a little bit of that petty in him, like a little bit of that, all right, that's what you want to do? You want to trade me? I thought I was going to be there forever? Okay. And so I look forward to that. And it's part of what we talk about with the
so
NBA,
if he has
too.
a bad shooting night, what would that mean?
He had a bad shooting night, but I don't think the good thing about Luka is he could have a bad shooting night, 7 for 20, but then have 14 rebounds, 12 assists, and still win the game. Get to the free throw line a bunch. That's the great thing about him. He's not like I only shoot, and if my shot's off, I don't contribute any other way. But I like this type of thing in NBA. We talk about rivalries. We talk about petty. We talk about guys, don't like each other. You need a little bit of that. You need a little animosity. You need a little want to go at it. And I like that. It makes look like, how many people are going to be watching tonight to watch and see? And I think that's part of what you need in sports, right? You had the Canada and USA and all the hockey stuff because, this country versus this country. You know what? As soon as the puck dropped, they started fighting. You need a little animosity, a little get back, a little petty, a little something they look forward to, especially in the regular season. The playoffs is one thing. You already have that. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that in that capacity as well.
I don't think it, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it really matters because the Luka trade was not about basketball. We talked about that earlier. It just it doesn't matter. This was not who won the trade. Everyone knows that if you get a 25-year-old international star, all NBA 5 times in his 7 years in the league, you got the better player. I mean, there's no if, ands, or buts. He's 6 years younger than Anthony, right? Mm-hmm. He's also he's also not as banged up as a player that you can't Anthony Davis that you can't depend on. You know what I mean? Over the years,
he got hurt.
You know what I mean, right? Which and again. Charles Barkley didn't call him street clothes for nothing.
Man,
so
that's one of the most painful yet accurate yet hilarious nicknames of all time.
So I'm just saying, like there's no like, oh well, they won the trade, or if somehow Dallas won, they won the trade. There's none of that. This is just about, and it still will be forever. Why did Dallas dump Luka? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like to me. There's nothing else here other than that. The person who really can uncover that they have some other secrets, some information, they have some police reports that were never released, or something.
Addiction, maybe issues, something. I'm not saying that. I'm just
saying
something.
Right. But do you get my point, right? Like that would be like, now I get it. Now this makes sense. Now I understand why they were afraid of him. Not because he's 25 and has a 35-year-old body, not because he wants to have a beer after you win the Western Conference and head to the championship. It can't be just those things. He's not in good shape. He eats too much. He drinks too much. He has a bad body. He breaks down a little bit. It's not that, because he still has had success given all these things.
Did you hear the governor recently say, man, I kind of didn't think they were going to be this mad? What? You got rid of, as you just mentioned, their next, and even maybe better than Dirk Nowitzki, who they had for 20 years, brought him a championship, went to a couple, lost one, but won one, and just was that staple in the community. Like, we know we have this guy. And you got rid of him at 25 after he just dragged you to the finals. And they're like, man, I didn't know we would have this much blowback. What?
Yeah, you don't know what you're doing.
Let me tell you one thing that would have been one of the most obvious things in this sporting world. If you traded Luka for not Anthony Davis, LeBron, and 5 first-round draft picks, you absolutely going to get this kind of blowback. Like the movie Backdraft is going to get that much blowback. This is crazy, so I can't believe. Yeah, that all the stuff that's coming out. And then you got, like I said, all the weird. If you want some conspiracy theories, there's the whole that the league wouldn't let them build a casino on the side of it. So the new owner, she was upset about that and swore up and down that she couldn't sell the team. So she was like, let me be petty and get rid of Luka. Because everybody's on Nico Harrison. No general manager can trade Luka Doncic.
They don't have control
without that being signed off on. Come on now. Stop buying that. Come on now. Nico, he's the face for it.
He doesn't own the team. That's his job, but he doesn't own the team. And the idea that you would think that he did it on his own and the owners didn't know what he was doing. Are you kidding?
Luka, this ain't, a fourth-string point guard on a team who ain't playing. There's no way you can trade Luka at 25 without the owner being like, hey, you know who we should get rid of? Luka Doncic.